Tonight's headlines are brought to you in part by Coldwell Energy and McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Lemus. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. The governor seeks dismissal of charges in Superior Court. Also tonight, 2 entities will receive a generous funding. And 1 Saipan resident gives his life to the U.S. Army. In sports, some kicks down in Coblerville. Stay with us. We have these stories and more next.
I have a phone. I have no TV. Ooh, TV on phone. I have a tablet. I have no TV. Ooh, TV on tab. I have a TV. I have a stick. Ooh, TV on stick. I want my streaming. I want my TV. Ooh, streaming TV.
Northern Marianas, rise up to the challenge! June 17th through June 25th, the Northern Marianas will be hosting the NM Pacific Mini Games 2022. Athletics, badminton, baseball, beach volleyball, golf, tennis, triathlon, VAA, and weightlifting. Visit northernmarianas2022.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks to the Tensulin Foundation, Joe Tendada Foundation, T Galleria, Docomo Pacific, IT&E, NMC, Elan Group, Marpac, Fish Guy Scuba Charter, Atkins Kroll, Glorified City Limit, McDonald's, Mobile, Triple J, NM Tech, and Bank of Guam.
Sipping on a delicious drink from McDonald's may have you thinking, what makes these drinks just hit different? Don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Cool off this summer with McDonald's Minute Maid Slushies. Try the new Tropical Mango or returning favorite, Strawberry Watermelon, for a limited time.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, June 8, 2022. Defense lawyers are asking the court to dismiss the governor's criminal case completely due to political framework and selective targeting. In a dismissal motion for all 13 counts of criminal charges filed against Governor Ralph Torres, his lawyers claim that the Attorney General's office's prosecution is selective and vindictive. Governor Torres is charged with misconduct in public office, theft, and contempt. Defense lawyers Viola Alipuzu, Victorino Torres, and Anthony Uggin argue that the AG's office has chosen not to prosecute similarly situated individuals and specifically targets the governor. They also argue the prosecution is vindictive due to political influence. The defense's theory is that the Democratic Party has aspirations to capture this year's governorship by eliminating the governor as a candidate. They state that AG Manibusan is a former chairman of the Democratic Party and note that the charges were filed right before election. Governor Torres wishes to dismiss the information or, in the alternative, discovery into the decision to prosecute him. No decision yet from the court on that dismissal motion. But while they wait for the response, they also prepare for the jury trial. The court has set a jury trial date for July 15. CNMI Governor Ralph Torres is pleading not guilty to the criminal charges filed against him by the Attorney General's office. And he is requesting that the jurors be selected across the Commonwealth and not just from Saipan. The governor's legal team filed a motion earlier this week stating that the governor was elected by a majority of voters from Saipan, Tinian, Rota, and the Northern Islands. His policies apply to every island. They say that the publicity Torres has received from the impeachment, lawsuits, and criminal charges may make it difficult to find a sufficient number of unbiased jurors. The governor says the most practical method is to draw jurors from the entire Commonwealth voter registration list. Homeland Security's Emergency Operations Center reports an earthquake in Pagan earlier this morning. At around 10 a.m. this morning, EOC reports a 5.4 magnitude earthquake in the Pagan region. They say there are no reports of personnel injuries or damages to infrastructure. Currently, there are no tsunami warnings or advisories issued by the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. EOC officials do encourage residents to drop, cover, and hold anytime you feel a shake. For more information, you may contact the CNMI EOC State Warning Point at 670-237-8000. Lawmakers appropriate $1 million each to the island's college and hospital. The Northern Marianas College and the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation are set to receive funding for infrastructure improvements and operations. A bill authored by Representative Selina Babauta and amended by Vice Speaker BJ Atao has been signed into law. Babauta says the funding for the development of the NMC campus is critical, as no other investment yields a higher return than an investment in education. Atao offered an amendment to the original bill proposing funding to the hospital as well for their operations and equipment needs. $200,000 will be specifically allocated for facility repairs, maintenance, and renovations. Lawmakers also addressed the need for an ultrasound echocardiogram machine and to replace the birthing beds at the labor and delivery unit. Local dignitaries and community members gather at the American Memorial Park earlier this afternoon to recognize the milestone of another son of Saipan serving our country.
I state your full name.
I, Real Mark Quezon,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear
that I will bear
true faith and allegiance
true faith and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
and that I will obey the orders
that I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States
of the President of the United States
and the Governor of Guam,
and the Governor of Guam,
and the orders of the officers
and the orders of the officers
appointed over me
appointed over me
according to regulations
according to regulations
and the Uniform Court of Military Justice.
and the Uniform Code of Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
28-year-old Rayel Quezon is a graphic artist at the 670 Rocksteady shop. He is a husband and a godfather, and now he is also a member of the Guam National Guard.
I was encouraged to join the service because most of my friends are on it, and then they help out a lot of people, so I want to try and do the same. And from there, I started focusing on doing everything I can to join.
Quezon will be leaving for boot camp this August, leaving behind his family.
It's gonna be hard, for sure, but I have to make some sacrifice for them too.
It's been 8 years since the last re-enlistment of a Commonwealth resident. The governor says the CNMI and Guam have a good partnership in military affairs, but there are plans for the CNMI to have our own National Guard.
We're working on getting our National Guard here, and we have support from both Governor Guam, Major Adjutant Agigi, as well as Indo-PACOM and others to have our own National Guard here. And you see all the disasters where you activate National Guards. They're there to provide services within the disasters that calls for.
Kezan leaves this message to all those who may want to enlist in the force.
It's never too late for me. Just do it. You know, there's no good time. There's no perfect time. It's just the time you decide to open the door and join.
All right, coming up, we take a sneak peek of what may happen in the golf course this coming mini games. Don't go anywhere.
I have a TV. I have a stick. Ooh, TV on stick. With the Amazon Fire Stick, enjoy live TV and all your streaming apps, all from your home Wi-Fi. Subscribe to DTV Plus for only $35 a month with your link bundle. No cable lines, no hassle, more savings. DTV Plus, your cable TV on Wi-Fi. Ooh, TV on stick.
All workers have the right to a safe workplace. Employers must provide a workplace that is free from recognized hazards and comply with applicable OSHA standards, including proper reporting of injuries. Training needs to be done in a language and vocabulary employees can understand, and an OSHA information poster must be displayed prominently in the workplace. Workers, you have the right to raise a safety or health concern with your employer or OSHA without being retaliated against, and request an OSHA consultation of your workplace if you believe there are unsafe or unhealthy conditions. OSHA can help. Free assistance to identify and correct hazards is available to small and medium-sized employers without citation or penalty. So look out, speak up, and stay safe. Job safety and health, it's not only good practice, it's the law. Check out OSHA.gov or call 664-3154 or 3155.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Saipan athletes are in Australia right now, joining the pinnacle event within the Oceania area. And one of the CNMI's very own wins a gold medal. CNMI's Nathania Tan takes home the gold medal for the 10,000-meter run in the Oceania Athletics Championship. The event is in Mackay, Australia. Aside from Tan, there are 5 other CNMI athletes competing in the Oceania Athletics Championship. Michael Mancow will compete in the steeplechase and 800-meter run, while Zari Sapong is competing in the 100-meter and 200-meter race. Leah Rangamore is set to compete in javelin. Tiana Cabrera will run the 5,000-meter and 1,500-meter race, and Oren Farman will be competing at the masters level. 20-year-old Tan is a multi-sport athlete and a big fan of running. She competed in various running races here and abroad. In April of this year, Tan set a new outdoor track record by clocking in at 39 minutes and 41 seconds in the 10,000-meter during the Metropolitan Outdoor Track and Field Championships on Randall's Island in New York. Earlier that month, she also set the new 5,000-meter outdoor record by finishing the race in 18 minutes and 51.02 seconds at the 2022 Colonial Relays. On March 19, Tan also set the 3,000-meter outdoor record with a time of 10 minutes and 58.76 seconds at the Stony Brook Snowflake Classic in New York. Tan is also training with the Sinamay National Athletics team for this month's Pacific Mini Games, which will be held here on the beautiful island of Saipan. Congratulations to Tanya. One of the best venues for the mini games will be at the Coral Ocean Golf Resort. Let's tee this next story up for the NMI.
Jesse Attelig, better known as JJ, will anchor the NMI golf team at the Pacific Mini Games. The father of three is married and works for the NMI government.
I currently live in Finasisu, worked for Customs for over 2 decades. I am a canine instructor, and not only that, a colonel in Customs handling the enforcement section.
Attelig grew up playing baseball and started golf relatively late in life, but the hand-eye coordination is there, and he's now making the very most of it.
When I started golf, fell in love with the game and just got very consistent with it, stayed with it, and put in a lot of work to get me where I'm at now.
NMI is blessed with beautiful golf courses. Lalau Bay was designed by Greg Norman, has an east and west course. Kingfisher sits on the windward side of Saipan, just next to the Marianas Trench. The Coral Ocean Golf Resort, the home of this summer's competition, sits on the south, with spectacular views of Tinian and the surrounding waters. Attelig recently took 3rd place in the tournament on Guam, and he knows home field advantage will help.
Since we are hosting the Pacific Mini Games in June, the team has, been working hard trying to get to where we're supposed to be at, meaning competitive-wise.
Tournaments are about consistency. Attelig leads by example and hard work.
I need to put in time and help out the team in order to succeed in the games, based on all the experience that I have in the last 10 years.
Coral's the longest course on Saipan. Water, wind, and distance all make it challenging. Hole number 7, a short par 3 that goes over water. Hole 14, another par 3, noted by many as one of the best holes on the entire island. Attelig says there are no words to explain how proud he is to play the sport he loves at home in front of the hometown fans. New Caledonia dominated the medals at the last games in Apia, winning 4 golds and 2 silvers. Samoa kept 2 silver medals at home, along with 2 bronze medals. Fiji and Tahiti also medaling.
I ask that we get the community involved, both volunteers and also, showing face out there so you can support our national players that are representing the Sinamay.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere because we have more sports up next.
I want my streaming. I want my TV. Ooh, streaming TV. Switch between live TV and your favorite streaming apps with DTV Plus from Docomo Pacific. Watch your shows and multiple devices all at the same time, all from your home Wi-Fi. No cable lines, no hassle, more savings for only $35 a month with your link bundle. DTV Plus, your cable TV on Wi-Fi. Ooh, streaming TV.
It's okay to take a friend or parent's medication. It came from a doctor, right?
Using someone's prescription is really risky. Taking any drugs for which you have not been medically screened is not only dangerous, but taking an opioid that was not prescribed for you is also illegal. Never borrow and never share prescribed medication. Your life and your loved one's life could depend on it. Talk to your doctor about prescribed opioids. Never mix with alcohol, and remember, never borrow, never share. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
This project was supported by a grant from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation. Contents are solely the responsibility of CHCC and do not necessarily represent the official views of the CDC or the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
Sunday Night Lights, we have some football action from Coblerville. Our Chris Nelson has the story.
Pyrie in red, Tan Holdings in green. Soccer action from Sunday night under perfect weather conditions. Last game of the season for Pyrie, who lost handily to Tan Holdings earlier in the year. But Tan missing some of their key players, and this gives the lads in red hope, even after losing some key players to injury. You gotta believe. Let's take a look at some of the early action. Tan Holdings with the ball. He sees a player downfield and sends one deep. Gets past the defender, and Jaira has a pretty good look at the goal, but sends it wide. It's almost a goal, but those near misses don't count. Corner kick here. The southpaw sends it low off of a Pyrie defender. A little deflection collected by number 15. He drills one off the side post. You can even hear the ding, and it's just wide. Those don't count either unless you're an audiophile. Spirited play here. Jeff back in town from Guam, and Jaira doesn't know it yet, but Jeff's going to give him a nudge. Actually, let's look at that closely. That may be more of a shove. Jaira's tough, though. He plays hard and doesn't flinch. He's a former member of Pyrie, and the boys would like him back one day. Pyrie's actually going to win this game. Tan undermanned, each of their players playing a full 90 minutes with their coach out of town. Pyrie heads into the playoffs with a one-game winning streak. A bit beat up, though, after playing 3 matches in 10 days. They will open up in the playoff round on Friday night. VIP tickets available now. Pyrie dedicating the game to former midfielder Witt, who was headed to Europe to play in the European leagues for a couple of years. He will be missed. No word if his jersey will be retired, but he definitely will be welcomed back. Steve McKagan tells the lads to make Friday a priority.
Great having everybody here. Do what you can to clear your schedule because these next 2 games
are not playing games anymore, right? It's single elimination tournament time. So this becomes more important than your job if you can get a sub, or than your wife if you can get her a substitute date for dinner. You know what I mean? So
I mean, as long as you can keep both of them by
yeah,
skipping
right,
one.
Right. Yeah. Don't like quit your job and leave your wife. But yeah, these ones are important. So clear your schedule if you can. We'll post it right away. But good game today, guys.
Happy Father's Day.
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online, and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Ghost Gym, and today I want to go over some exercises that you can easily apply into your current exercise program. Now I have here with me Vince, and he's going to be demoing some of those exercises. Now the first one today is going to be a one-arm dumbbell row. Before I have Vince here execute a few reps, what we want to remember with virtually any exercise is your setup. If you start in a bad position, it's not going to look good, and it's certainly not going to feel good. So a common mistake with here is obviously a rounded upper back, and as you can see, he's not very rigid or stable. So what we're gonna do is correct that just a little bit. So his supporting arm and his leg that's supported on the bench as well we wanna lock that in. Open up that leg a little bit to allow for a better path on that dumbbell. With the elbows coming up way too high, you can see the shoulders riding forward, and that's not what we want. So ideally, what you wanna think about is pulling with your elbows and stopping right at the midline of your body. So in this position right here, you can feel his entire upper back along with his core.
And for the KSPN weather report, partly sunny with isolated showers, east wind around 11 to 15 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and thunderstorms after midnight. East wind 9 to 14 miles per hour, high 90, low 78, a 66% humidity. Tomorrow, partly sunny, east wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, another high 90, low 78. The marine forecast combined seas of 3 to 4 feet will build to 4 to 5 feet tonight and 5 to 6 feet on Thursday. East wind 10 to 15 knots, wind waves 3 feet, east swell 3 to 4 feet. The sunrise will be at 5:36 a.m., high tide at 1:28 p.m., low tide 8:04 p.m., and the sunset, you can catch that at 6:46 p.m. All right, folks, there you have it. That is your Marianas edition for the news, sports, and weather. We thank you so much for watching the Channel 2 News. We hope you have a good night, and we'll see you back here on Friday.